Sup Slam Pigs, Ginger Switch M here, and I was wondering if y'all ever seen some editing that looked a little bit like this. I'm just gonna say a random thing to get across the idea of how this editing works. So when I say something like this, the editing does this. Did anyone else here notice that YouTube has a ton of videos that look like that? No? And I'm gonna make it really bad here, so check this out. Yeah. What if? I never thought of it that way. Oh wow. I think this is an example of one of the laziest, most dishonest styles of editing I've ever seen. It's actually getting annoying to me, and I see every YouTuber doing it that are big in any way or trying to be big. I think it has something to do with the collective unconscious of all YouTubers realizing over time that people on YouTube do not want to look at the same frame for too long. And what we've done is we've slowly figured out that the amount of time that a viewer wants to look at the same frame is about 10 seconds. That's what I've noticed. Pick any YouTuber trying to get big, or has over, say, 100,000 subs and does face cam. Just watch their videos and tell me if there's a cut somewhere in the frame or the frame changes in some way every 10 seconds. About every 10 seconds. That seems, in your brain as a viewer, that seems like it's kind of insane, right? Having a cut that fast, that many times, and how complicated that would be editing a 10-minute video. But I think that's basically every video now. If you watch it, tell me I'm wrong if you watch it and notice and don't notice that. There's a way to make it creative. Like, you can have creative frame changes, right? Like, if I made this video really tricked out in editing, I could have the frame move in a creative way. I could have it zoom in to get a certain feeling across, right? To invoke an emotional response in the viewer. But when it's really egregious and lazy, the editing just focuses on random words, and the editing is not influenced by the emotion of the content creator. It's influenced solely by the need to edit. It's editing for the purpose of editing, and it seems really sad and dishonest to me, and it's really lazy, and it's also really boring to do. It's really boring to edit video in that way, because it lacks so much creativity. So I've shown you my example of how it works, but let's take a look at the video that actually inspired me to say this.
Hey guys, Caleb here, and welcome back to yet another video. And today we got some crazy stuff happening involving the Final Fantasy VII Remake. As of March 31st/April 1st, Square decided to give the go-ahead on releasing the game in stores in Europe and Australia. I was streaming last night, and people in the chat, they were talking about how people were streaming the game already, despite the fact that Square isn't really allowing that sort of thing until the embargo date is released, which is usually the day before that the game is officially released, which would be April 9th in this case. However, none of that seemed to really matter. As far as shipping dates for the game, whether you bought the game the original way, the deluxe edition, or the first class edition, there were some people who just had very expected dates for the game. And some people got it that day that I was talking about, March 31st or April 1st, or some people may just be getting it way after the official release of the game. It's kind of a messed up situation right now. I myself bought the first class edition earlier this month on March 4th, and I have yet to receive an email at all.
Okay, was that editing for the purpose of editing, or was it actually come from a place of creativity? That's what I'm asking you. This is just a reaction to this video. There's nothing inherently wrong with this video. I don't hate it. I like him. I like the guy who made this video. It's a good video. But I'm pointing out something that I noticed, basically. Now, tell me, does that not sound like what I described earlier? I must say, these YouTubers must be having a very boring time editing their videos. It must suck when you're editing a video and your timeline looks like this. Like, this must turn into a headache after a while. Maybe we should start trusting our audiences not to have such a short attention span. Am I wrong?